This reading is for the collective. If it found you, it may be for you. Don't take it if it doesn't resonate. I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, this is about some ex that you don't necessarily want back in your life, but they're creeping around and they're sneaking around and they're trying to come back into your life. No, I don't want to hear about that, X. I know you don't, but this is what the reading is. Sorry, I know. I hate these readings too. Anytime I hear a reading that's like, your ex is still obsessed with you, it's like, bitch, shut up. I don't care. Like, next. But sometimes this is just what the energy is, and we can't help it, and this is just the plight. I can't tell you how many people have gotten readings from me, and they're like, can you tell me about, like, somebody new? It's like, I fucking wish. I wish there was somebody, I mean, maybe there's somebody new too, but this person is dominating the reading, and you have to know it because this is, like, kind of coming up very soon. This is what you have to know. First of all, this is somebody that you probably broke up with, because they did not want to let go of other partners. Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe you were like, we have to see other people, and regardless, there was some sort of breakup. It could be that one of you didn't let go of the other. That is like another message that could be coming through. It could be that, like, for example, if this is like your ex-boyfriend and he still wanted to see other people or whatever, or like refused to stop. It could be that, like, he never actually let you go, like, mentally, even if he said he wanted a break or something. It's like there's some energy of somebody being like, I gotta be my own person, or something. Like, I don't want to be tied down. This could have even happened back in January. That could be relevant. It doesn't have to be, but um, it's like there's some energy of like you. I don't. You probably weren't about it, and then it also feels like they didn't like who they ended up with anyway. Like, there's something where if they chose a person over you or multiple people, if they were like, no, I only want to see people casually or whatever, they don't like any of them hoes. Like, they just, like, it's like they put themselves into a corner or, like, into a room full of, like, mediocre, like, bitches. Like, it's just, like, somebody really, like, did a number on themselves by thinking that, like, quantity was better than quality or whatever. And, like, I'm sure there's more to it. Maybe they, like, weren't emotionally mature enough to handle quality. Spoiler alert, they're still not. They're still not. This is somebody who's trying to sneak back into your life. It could be that, like, alright, there's a few things happening here. Something could have potentially gone down back in March or even July, like you might have heard from them again, or that could have also been like one of the times that they fucked you over. They could also have like ominous Pisces or Cancer placements, but also it could also just be that like the eclipse, which is in Pisces, is like really intense and bringing them back around and making them try to plot on how they can like come back into your life. I feel like you're not having it. It feels, yeah, it feels like, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's like, yeah, he definitely is going to try everything he can to get unblocked. This does feel like you already know what's up. You already know he's very indecisive, and like even if you were to give him a chance, then like tomorrow he would suddenly be like, "Wait, no, but maybe I don't want to be tied down." There's something like real dumb about this dude. If it's a dude, sorry, I'm tired and not in the mood to use bigger words, but um, this does feel like somebody who's like maybe you had a glow up, I don't know, or something, or like sees that he left, like, something shiny on the other side of the room. Or maybe, I don't know if you're getting attention from other guys, something. Maybe, like, someone suddenly wants to play with his toy that he, like, never actually picks up, or he hasn't actually, like, touched in years, or whatever. And then it's like, wait a minute, but that's mine, or something. There's something stupid like that that's possibly happening. It does feel like there is somebody better for you. That also might be what it is. You might have already met somebody new that feels more aligned with your energy. And that could also be like, if you haven't met them, they might know. Like, it's like this could be like, he might know that somebody is into you. It could be like a friend, or he could have found out somehow. He could have like caught wind that like somebody who is more of an aligned match, because they're being clarified by Two of Cups upright. Um, this is someone who like is maybe trying to sneak back around, and also I feel like they're gonna show themselves pretty quickly. I don't think it's gonna be like, oh no, what is he doing? I can't tell. I think you're gonna be like, yeah, no, like I see you. Like that's the dumbest disguise you've ever tried to wear. Um, I feel like you're not. I don't think you fall for it. I don't think this is like a warning. Maybe you're just meant to know that it's about to happen, or that it's currently happening, or there's some sort of plot afoot on how to make it happen. This could even be somebody like conspiring with people that might like try to give him ideas if you had any mutual friends at any point, or he could just be asking his own friends, or even, I don't know, like even possibly like other women he's dated or something. Like there's some weird energy going on. Um and it feels more like wanting to keep you from being in like a healthy relationship more than anything else. Yeah, there's somebody beeping real loud. Um, it could be like, I don't want to see you move on to like somebody that's actually good for you. I'd rather like come and like do some weird manipulative game. I feel like you've like outgrown this person though. I don't think that you're falling for it. There was a reading right before this where I was like, don't fall for it. Um, I felt less sure about that reading because everything came upright, and it felt like there was a higher chance of having that like not work out the way that you would think. Like that I feel more confident in your ability to see through this bullshit. And maybe this is not your energy. Like if you feel like this is like the energy of somebody that you're like somebody outside of someone you're dating, like maybe it's their ex. Like if it's not your ex, it could be like somebody that broke up with your ex in the past. Somebody definitely like thought that they were going towards something better, and like they traded out like a destined, like they could have had a much more favorable connection, and they like chose somebody that like did not take them either didn't take them seriously or wasn't serious about them. Like it was not a match. It was not a match. Somebody like definitely traded like a Ferrari for a Volvo or something. But like maybe the Volvo originally had like a sticker on it that said Mercedes, so he like got confused. I don't know. I don't know cars. I don't know why I'm using a car analogy. I've tried to do that in the past. I don't know. And it comes out at me, and I'm like, I don't even know cars. I don't know why I try to do that. But maybe this person is really into cars or shiny things. I do feel like you are about to have a new start. I don't think it's with this person. And there is this person, first of all, is gonna have to watch you. I don't know how he watches you, but it's like either on social media, again, if you have mutual friends or acquaintances, or if this is your new partner and their ex, there's some energy of like there's a lot of talk and a lot of watching and a lot of like lurking and trying to see what you're up to, and it feels like what you're up to is like not worried about this person. Um, and I feel like, if anything, you might, first of all, you might be like happier off alone. That is like one that, like, you might be more, yeah, there's some energy where you're like, you might prefer to be single. You might also, um, at least for a while, it's like there's some energy where like you might be like more focused on work, or like you might, I don't know if you're starting a business, there's some energy of you being more successful in general that's also like getting someone heated. And there's also just some like, even if you do give this dude a chance or something, there's like an energy of like he still doesn't really know how to act, and like he comes out as like a Knight of Wands reversed. Like there's something real um stupid about this energy. Like it's real silly. Real silly. And like also it just feels like I feel like you're getting unblocked in general. Like there's something about like you're overcoming some sort of combative energy that you might have been in previously, or you're like conquering something that maybe was previously really difficult and maybe is still like currently very difficult to deal with, because this comes up in the near future. This isn't necessarily right away. Like right now the energy is like this weird fucking like intense like secretive plotting of like either how to get back in your energy, and like maybe even conspiring with like other people on how to do that. I do see you ultimately later down the line, like the bottom of the deck, we have like the sun. I want to say the third time that I shuffled, it was like strength too. So there's like a lot of Leo energy in the end, which the sun could be like happiness, and it could also be like an actual um, marriage, stuff like that. Just be very careful of like if you do decide to let this person back, um, there is some weird, like, deceptive energy with somebody that I feel like has. You would already know if they would, like, have the potential to betray you. Um, because they're already, like, manipulative and weird. Um, and there's also some kind of, like, cycle that feels hard to close. So just be very wary of that, especially if you do end up. It's like if this person like worms his way back into your world, it could, just bear warning. Like if this is somebody that you do feel like you could end up taking back, it would be like a lot of the same shit, but like it would be particularly hard next summer, like between um, April and June would be like especially difficult. Um, if you chose to like accept this person back into your life. Um, those are like months that I'm seeing where you would like have a harder time rectifying that you like went down this road again. However, another message coming through I feel like is this is for a handful of you. If you're still listening, I don't know, like who's listening to this? 3 people? If there's a child involved that you were previously having issues with, you could be like working things out with your kid. Um, Especially if you have like a broody teenager or like just a kid who isn't the easiest to get along with or not the most well behaved. There's something where, I mean, especially if you feel like there was some sort of weird energy coming between you and your kid, whether it was like, whether you were being manipulated against each other or whatever. I feel like that ends up changing for the better as well. But overall, I feel like your money is going to be better and like your independence and your value rises overall. And some of you might be starting a business or just starting something new altogether, and it also feels like whether you decide to move forward with a new partnership or not, I feel like ultimately I think what stings the most in the end is like, because for some of you, you might be like in a short-term relationship, and then you might be like, oh, this is too much drama to be with somebody. I'm just gonna be alone. And something about that might sting even worse, or something like to this ex. Like they might be like, oh, and now you don't even want either of us. Like there's something that like really might crush this ex's ego. Just like by you like preferring to be alone over being with them. So, I hope this helps, resonates, and if it does, feel free to follow for more content. But until next time, good luck.